Hey, what's up you money makers? What's up you ILUS army? What's up you ILUS family? Welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk about ticker symbol ILUS OTC traded stock ILUS that is not stopping. It is trading at 28 cents. Take a look at the day range, 22 cents to 28 cents. Massive run up. I regret I didn't buy it around 4 or 5 cents as many of my viewers and subscribers bought it. But take a look from 4 cents to all the way to 24 cents. It's a 600%. So 6 times you can turn $1,000 into $6,000 just in 1 month. A massive run up. I can't really talk less about how or more about how you should probably bet on the right stock. If I knew that this was going to happen, I have been looking at this stock, but I did not really buy it 4 cents and then it started spiking up, as you can see, and did not really stop. There is a massive and juicy updates from the company. There is a huge short volume as well. There is a ton of people talking how fast it went up, but it is not stopping. And in my opinion, it may still go all the way higher and higher. So let's talk about why this is happening, what is driving all this, what is some of the juicy information and announcement that the company has announced last week that created a ton of confidence from the investment community. They have a clear plan to be listed on NASDAQ, which is once again a great thing, and they're not talking about reverse split or artificially taking this 28 cent into $1 getting listed on NASDAQ or something along those lines. That's not that they are talking about. They specifically mentioned no RS, no reverse split. Let's talk about it. I'm not a financial advisor, nor I'm a certified professional, so I would like you to do your own due diligence and research, because at the end of the day, that's your money. You don't want to invest something that wakes you up at night, because you can make a ton of money into penny stocks. On the flip side, you can lose them as well, so invest wisely. Because you can turn a nice little investment into a giant portfolio if you invest in the right stock. But if you pick the wrong stock, it works the other way around. So let's talk about all this. If you haven't clicked on the like button so far, click on the like button. I put a ton of energy effort into my videos, in my research, so your like will be super helpful. We can share this information with more and more people for them to make informed financial decision. Also subscribe to my channel. That will help my channel tremendously. Turn on the notification bell so you can get notified as soon as I drop the video for the time sensitive updates. For ILUS, I started talking about ILUS I think 15 or 16 cents, and since then we are almost at double. It doubled up. It's 2x price point, as you can see. It just ramped up 27% just in last trading session. In 5 days the stock is up 72-73%. Think about it, and in 1 month the stock is up 300%. That means 1,000 can turn into $3,000 just in 30 days. So think for yourself, and let's talk about ILUS. ILUS has, as you can see, why one of the things that I thought, I started looking into this stock when it was 10-11 cents, and when 13 cents I thought to buy, but before I buy it went to 20 cents, and before I even think once again, and I had other investments as well into my portfolio, so I needed some time to get rid of that and get into ILUS, but it went so high. So I regret for the part that I did not buy it at 4, 5, 6 cents or even 10 cents, and it spiked up super fast, and the future is looking even more interesting and even more bullish. So let's take a look how it turned. If you take a look at the volume, from 57 million volume, it spiked up all the way to 71 million. The company had a presentation, and the company shared some of their merger and acquisition plans. Their European deal is going through right now into the very sensitive and important phases. They're also restructuring their stocks, and they have plans to be listed on NASDAQ. Most importantly, the company said that without reverse split. I will be able to cover those slides if you didn't watch my previous video in a couple of more minutes into this video as well. But let's take a look. 12 cents on September 9th, 13 cents, so higher and higher lows. Take a look. Higher lows is super important. 9 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10.70. It did not go below 10.60, as you can see right here. Jumped up 12, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 22. So it's super massive the way the stock traded. Also, the highs have higher highs for all these days too. 11, 12, 12.60, 12, 14, 15, 20, 20, 30, 19, 22, and 28 and a half, which is super massive in my honest opinion. Not only that, we saw a huge short volume ratio as well. Take a look, 71 million FINRA total volume. The short volume was 29.2 million, which puts the short volume ratio to 40.99, which is massive. But does not matter. It still spiked more and more, as you know, 27% in last trading session. ILUS has some juicy updates. Not only that, a ton of people are talking about ILUS. If you know about most of the meme stock or maybe popular stock, if you name them, let's review how all this Reddit stock evolved and spiked up. Reddit stocks were super popular, whether it was AMC, GME, Zomedica, SNDL, you name them, HCMC. They have a strong community. They have a strong business model and future outlook, and a big catalyst. As an example, for HCMC, the lawsuit against Philip Morris is one of the big catalysts. For ILUS, merger and acquisition and the way they have rapid run up is one of the catalysts. Their European deal potentially with government is also one of the big catalysts, because that can add up year revenue, and it's guaranteed money because they're dealing with government. The third thing is their stock restructuring. That is also a massive catalyst. So this company does have similar catalysts that we have seen for many other stocks like Zomedica, AMC, GME, or HCMC. Once again, they have a strong community and army behind it, the ILUS army, and people are so united. Also, they have a strong volume spike. They have been spiking up in terms of their volume. If you take a look, the stock was trading, the trading volume was 12, 13 million, 16 million, 26 million, and bumped up to 94 million. It goes down and gets back up. So the strong volume is also one of the great things. Believe me or not, most of the stock we talked about, they have seen high short volume ratio. So this also aligns with what other stocks we talked about, whether it was AMC, GME, ZUM, SNDL, HCMC, so on and so forth. All those stocks spiked in the past. You might want to make sure what price point is the right price point for you, because many people bought HCMC as an example at the 65 level. Right now the stock is trading at 5.6, and they are going to have to wait for a long time before they can get at least the principal amount or their initial investment back at the stock. So think about it, whether you want to buy it at 28 cents, you never know, it can spike up to 50 cents as well. Tons of updates, tons of catalysts. The company has a ton to share with their investment community, also with the product expertise and the way that they have merger and acquisition, and they are also keeping the best possible intention for their stockholders into their mind. Also, ILUS checks off all of the boxes about that we just talked about, whether it was strong community or a lot of news and a lot of catalysts, so on and so forth. And they have not stepped back for last 1 month, and they're keeping us posted very closely. And they acknowledge the way that they have expanded their OTC stock community and the share price and their plans to get listed on NASDAQ with a reverse split. And this is JP Backwell did one of the presentation, which I have very detailed video on my channel if you want to take a look. And let's take a look in addition to what they are saying. This is one of the big things that I wanted to share, this slide in particular. Let me go back and let's take a look into what I was going to share with all of you. A very important slide that the company has shared with all of us. So if you take a look right here, I want to I want to mute this video and I want to jump to the slide where they talk about their NASDAQ plan. So this is one of the most important slide, as you can see on my screen right here. What the company is saying, and this is presented by one of their executive. And I want to share this and reshare. I did that in my previous video, but I just want to share this slide because this is super important if you want to invest in ILUS or if you are invested already in ILUS. We're adding shareholder value by acquiring and developing growing business which possesses innovative and disruptive technology, a dynamic and experienced management team that they already have. The legal deal flow, the large deal flow, the pipeline of acquisition, the global partnerships are super unique, and they're growing rapidly on OTC trading platform. As you know, it's an OTC traded stock. Still, they have 71+ million trades during the trading session. We're growing rapidly and we have a clear plan for being listed on NASDAQ without reverse split. This is eye-catching. This is really meaty information that they have plans to get listed on NASDAQ. And this is not coming from Reddit, a user or someone. This is coming from the executive who are within the company. They know more than anyone else about the pipeline. They know more than anyone else about their business model. They know more than anyone else about the predictions in terms of the revenue, their sales pipeline, their deal acquisition that are getting to the closure, so on and so forth. Now, if they are growing rapidly right now on OTC market, if they get listed on NASDAQ, it's going to have a ton of visibility. More and more people across the globe will be able to buy ILUS, and it can go to the next levels. They are also planning for a large global acquisition within 6 to 9 months, and their European deal is a big deal in my honest opinion. So they have a juicy plan coming up, and they have structured and organized all of this. At least they look by the presentation that they have done. They're also transparent and approachable, and they truly value shareholders, which is big because they acknowledge that the shareholders can change the game the way the stock price is, because they can leverage higher stock price if they want to raise more capital, which may be needed at some point into the upcoming future. One thing I wanted to share with you is when they have 28 cents, their price went up 27, their message volume went up high as well. Just as and we can't really see how it is working out for all the countries, but this is just to get the nudge, to get the pulse as to how the stock is being popular. Take a look. There are 10,956, so almost 11,000 people, they have ILUS on their watch list, which is pretty big, which is OTC traded stock, very small price, very small company. 11,000 people are looking into it daily, and they have 8.15% message volume up. Take a look. They were right here on September 7th. Within a week, they ramped up all the way to 2612, as you can see right here. They were below 500 or close to probably 375 to 400, as you can see right here. Earlier this month, that ramp up super fast and went all the way to 2612, which is why, and if you take a look, there are a ton of interesting stuff and a ton of speculation going on by this community. Take a look at Moon Market, ILUS, CYBL, 8XTG, and a ton of other stocks. So there is ton going on with ILUS in general, and there are a ton of meme as well. And you want to decide your own price as to where this can go. I just wanted to share with you, hoping you can make informed financial decision. This is the last update that I want you to pay attention. If you missed my previous video, that the company is doing restructuring or structuring or reorganization. They're doing reorganization on their uplisting plan and their the way that they have shares right now within the open market or outstanding shares. What they want to do is they're in the process of completing the reorganization of their share structure, and they're following with the phased approach, and they want to get well below $1 billion mark in terms of the total outstanding shares into the common stock pool. And they're doing in phase, but their first phase is going to come up very soon, and their CEO mentioned that completion of the first phase of the reorganization is imminent, which is going to impact heavily as well. I hope you like this update. If you do, if you found any value out of this video, click on the like button, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell. I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.